Divine greetings, entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, the seekers and sojourners of truth. 144, chosen of the chosen of the chosen few, the 369ers, all the gods and goddesses. You all know who you are. I greet you in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all. Reported to you live from where? Dimension number 5. Sounded on the bullhorn because we step into the next level. And as usual, I bring you the news to infuse if you so choose to infuse with that light. And the way things are happening right now, you can refuse if you want to, but be prepared to be fried on the grid. It's frying time. And some people frying and they don't even know they frying. It's not going to be till months later when they're going to be like, you smell something cooking? Yeah, that's you frying on the grid. Right? And I'm not saying that to make anybody feel bad. It's just take a look around, right? The heat is on. That's the message that I got today. The heat is on and it is acceleration time. While we are in the ascension time, this is the part of the year. Every year, this is the real, true new year, cosmically, soully speaking, that is here to uplift your soul. It's a soul ascension in time. Okay, that's what the whole new year is about, but we'll talk about that on a whole nother day. But this week here, as we lead up to the 8-8 portal, we're leading to the peak of it. We're already in it. We're in the halls of Amenti, and we're walking through that lion's gate, which is the halls of Amenti, and it peaks on the 8-8 because numbers know how to bring us back to the truth of time. Although they tried to switch it up on us, give us a whole new calendar with the Gregorian calendar, new years, new days to throw us off, but you cannot shake the truth. So what people think is just woohoo, 8-8, it's really a cosmic alignment with our Sirius star. And our ancient ones, our ancient Kemetic ones knew this. Our Mayans knew this and were true to this. And those of us who are returning to the origins of time are true to this right here. So this acceleration time, let me speak to it because I don't have much time as I'm getting ready for one of our lovely meetings. This ascension time that wants us to know, let me give it a minute, let the welcome distraction pass over. I'm learning to do that a lot more. I've been aware of that for about 2-3 years, but I'm learning to do it a lot more with the split. This is nothing for us to be impatient about. Like, I'm really feeling the patience. I'm really finding the forgiveness, giving love forward. These are things we're talking about in our ascension. And those of us who are walking through the halls of Amenti together, these are things that we're looking at. We are breaking the veils of amnesia. The walls are coming down. The Jericho walls are coming down. The veils are coming down. Whatever you want to call it. London Bridge is coming down. All the illusions, the intrusions of illusions that run amok in our mind are coming down as we expand in our consciousness and excel through time. A lot of us are time traveling as we expand our consciousness in our mind. So what do I mean when I say the heat is on? This week, as we're in the acceleration time of it, we're really hitting acceleration, within the past couple of days leading up to this, because it's not just the 8-8 that day, it's the days leading up to it. A lot of us will not be the same coming out of this. This is a very pivotal point, a choice point, that a lot of us have come to this particular lifetime, at this particular point in time, to come online in this way. This 8-8, this walk through the halls of Amenti is like no other. And that has a lot to do with the way the planets are pulling together right now. It's like I could feel this tightening, and it's like we're on a tight rope. They're gathering us in, they're pulling. This is the galactic gathering. This is a true cosmic gathering, the way the planets are gathering together in retrograde, because they're letting us know that in order for us to move forward, we have to look back, we have to retro back. There's some retrograde work that needs to be done. We gotta rewind. We got to unlearn to relearn, right? In order to return. We are releasing to return. In order to have a true release, we have to look back. And so Mercury is really taking us back. What makes this one particularly different is Mercury. If you, those of you who notice, Mercury went into retrograde just days before the new year, the 26th, the cosmic new year or the Mayan new year, just days before, around the new moon time, that was preparing us for this walk, because Mercury, who represents travel and communication, is taking us through that deep travel to have the intra communication that we need to have within our soul, and it's taken us that deep. So Mercury is playing a really big part. It's one of the major, it's the tiniest planet, but it's playing a big role in pulling us deeper in. So that's one of the main reasons why this Halls of Amenti is really that focused, because it is giving us the leg up that we need to get up and get in to the depths of our soul and be able to find karmic imprints that we have come in this time to utilize all of the light codes, frequencies, everything from the Aquarian age that we're entering into, everything from the fifth dimension. We are here to utilize all of these planetary ascensions to have the ability, the wherewithal, however you want to look at it, the courage of the lion. Right now we're utilizing that courage of the lion. Humble but courageous. Humility is going to be very necessary. Okay? The courageous lion is not egoic. This is actually quite the opposite, because this is an ego death activity. It is to put to death, so to speak, that misappropriated ego, right? That has been entangled with the demiurge throughout time. The archons that are coming in to confuse all of that. And this is why what I want to say is very important. How we're going to get through this is very important to, during this acceleration time, to find your wounds. Ooh, I feel that vibration as that vehicle was here, it was a heavy vibration. And it's like as soon as it took off, I just felt. And for some of us, that's what's happening. There's places that we're around, there's people and places that we're around that are holding a heavy vibration. And we're going to realize through this process that we have to leave. It has to leave us, or we have to leave. It has to be away from us, so that we're not feeling the heavy vibration that it is carrying. Right? So the acceleration, this is why I say it's acceleration time. And this is a time where, bring it back to me, Spirit, where we are witnessing, we're going in and we're seeing the halls of Amenti, the mirrors in the halls. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Where do we think that comes from? Ooh, that just came to me. Ooh. Download, crown load, however you want to call it. Mirror, mirror on the wall. This is what we're saying now. Tell me, mirror, what went wrong? Where did I go wrong? What's going on? This is not to look at the mirrors to look for beauty. Although if you're that elevated, you can find beauty in the ugly. It can be a beautiful experience that you're like, ooh, I'm enlightened. I see this through the devastation, through the destruction. It's enlightening me to what is. Because as I said, we are here to know evil. And that's half the battle. When you know it, you know what to do. So we're here to find within ourselves, as we look in the mirrors, Spirit is like, bring it back, to remind us that there are some issues within us that we have to release. If you want to release the grips of the archon, the demiurge, evil, opposition, whatever it is that you want to call it, the best thing we can do is look within our soul. Dig deep within the minds of our souls. Be miners of your soul's business. Mind your soul business. This is not about anything outside of you, but go deep within. We have to stop we have to stop deflecting and distracting. If you catch yourself looking at others and the issues with others, it is a distraction. We have to take that, whatever that issue you see, let it be the mirror. Let it be the mirror, because life is a reflection of you. So allow that mirror to be that reflection. All the halls of Amenti is a concentrated walk through the corridors of these mirrors. It's like bringing the mirrors in, because life in general, even outside of the halls of Amenti, even outside, we can go on throughout. When we pass this portal and we go on about our lives, life is always a reflection of you. The mirrors of a life are always there. We are supposed to align the mirrored reflections of truth within you with the mirrored reflections of truth within the earth. And so what happens is, it's happening all the time, but when we go through this portal, it's giving us an opportunity to take us through the halls, to bring the mirrors like this in a focal point, for us to only, no matter where we look, left or right, we are going to see that mirror. It's bringing the mirrors in a focal point. That is the purpose. And in doing so, you're able to see deep enough to find the distortions, to break the illusions, so that you can break that misappropriated ego that the demiurge is holding on through, that the archon energies are able. They have no grips if you have no issues. They have no grips if you have no wounds. So if you can go within and find the wounds, fine tune yourself, look within, be honest with yourself, because the more you take care of it, the more you look with deep detail and you get rid of those unhealed wounds, those secret compartments in the secret places of your soul, as I usually call it, the secret vaults, the secret faults within the secret vaults. If you can look that deep, you will see. And that's what it's inviting us to do. And all the planets are lining up. So not only Mercury, also Chiron, the wounded healer. So as Mercury takes us back in time, it's showing us the patterns, not just for this lifetime, for multiple lifetimes. It's showing you whatever the pattern is right now. You may say, well, I don't know what that past life is. That's okay. What's the pattern that you see right now? And then Chiron is saying, here you go. Here's the wound. It's time for you to heal this wound. The wound you've been carrying, not just now, but in your bloodline. The wound you've been carrying in your for your ancestors. The wounds that have been here within the collective consciousness of time, especially since the age of the Ram, which is Aries. And Chiron is in Aries. And it's at 27 degrees. 2-7 is a 9. It is spiritual completion time with these unhealed wounds. And energy is saying, now is the time. At the accelerated pace that we're getting right now, it's like, ooh, the heat is on. The heat is turned up. The frequencies are accelerating. But for the good. It may not feel like it to some. It all depends on how you are having your experience. For me, for some of us, if you've been doing the work, and I can say I'm really feeling the ease. I'm feeling the release of the valve as I release what needs to come out, so I can have a new lease on my soul. It's an opportunity that when we get through this, we're going to have our cosmic citizenship. This is what I meant to say earlier. Like this, such a time as this, when we come through this, those of us that have come to this, a lot of us are getting our galactic identification. Like we're identifying with who we truly are. And that's why your gifts are coming more online. You're becoming more sensitive because you're becoming more attuned to who you truly are. Right? And it's according to how you go through this, how you traverse through this ascension time. So the heat is definitely on, and we're going to feel the acceleration this week. And it's especially with the full moon, it's the lightning and thunder, pow, pow. Like I was seeing lightning and thunder today. The lightning strikes, that's the portal. Right behind that, not even 24 hours, just hours later, is going to be the full moon, and that's going to be the thunder. That's that full moon in Aquarius that is bringing us to where we need to go, into the Aquarian age, even reflections of what we need to look at. Right? And I'll talk more about that when I speak about the moon at that time. But I really wanted to share with us this heat is on type of feeling, because we're feeling it. And this Saturn, the other planets that, as I said, I'm feeling this tight pull. It's Saturn and Neptune at 1 degree. There's going to be a grand trine there with, I believe it's it's a grand air trine. Ooh, see, we're gonna get into that. And that's with Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus in Gemini, and Mars is going to be in Libra. Around the time of this full moon, there's going to be this grand trine, right? And so it's really highlighting, it's really bringing together the harmony there of what needs to happen, with the revelation of truth as Pluto carrying us, ushering us into the Aquarian age, right? And so, Ashe, let me not go back on that right. No, we don't like that word, Ashe. So this heat is on, and I meant to say this earlier, but I just got so excited with jumping right in. But the heat is on is really highlighting to us, or what I'm saying, what I'm seeing. How that came to me is driving today. I saw, this is why we got to look at the synchronicities too. You know, I saw these two birds flying from east to west, and it's like, oh, from the inside out, our spiritual thoughts are flying in. The spiritual thoughts are coming through, and it's we need to travel from the inside out with our spiritual thoughts. And as soon as I saw that, I saw a sign, the heat is on. So as we're traveling and we're going from the inside out, we're tapping in to bring out what we need to bring out. Know that the heat is on, because it's acceleration time. And we're accelerating to where our souls, our cosmic design needs us to be, according to how you choose to move in your soul's incline. Right? And so one of the things that I noticed while I was driving too, that I want to share, is this is for those who are, we have to realize that in this split, while it's happening, things are very different. And we're really recognizing some things. We're recognizing how we can be and not be, especially by recognizing when I get to see that I know evil. Ooh, I know you. It actually feels so liberating now, because it's like, to know it, you don't have to worry about holding feelings, or, you know, when you feel the persecution coming up against you, the persecution, the repelling, it's like, oh, okay, good. Because those who persecute me, that shows me quickly what side you're on, because I know evil. And it's not to know evil to hate it. It's to understand its purpose in this assimilation. And we'll talk about that even a little deeper, because I got something on that too. We're going to talk more about this demiurge and the archons, and which is all one and the same. It's all, just sum it up as calling it evil, if you will, if you want to. But it's to know it so you can know where to go, where not to go. So it feels more liberating if you feel any persecution against you. And faithfully, this helps someone, because it sure helps me to have my whole scope change. Another mirror was shattered today. It's like, whoa, I don't have to feel this. And if I do feel it, it's like, ooh, thank you. Thank you for showing me the evil that I needed to know. Because if I feel that persecution, you're persecuting the truth. You're persecuting the high vibrational, high frequency. You're persecuting one of the chosen ones. Dare I say it? Yes, you're persecuting the rising wisdom. Those of us that are rising. So when you feel it, we don't have to, we wrestle not with flesh and blood. It's really that serious. But against principalities. So when you remember the principalities, you know, hey, I'm here to know evil. I don't got to wrestle with you, but you are easily showing me who you are. Because if you were the truth, there would be no persecution. If you knew the truth in you as I know it, as I know the truth that exists in all of us, then you would not persecute. So liberate yourself. This is a separation we're seeing, and it may not be so easy because you're going to see this in loved ones, and you're going to have to make a decision and set some boundaries. So before I go, one of the things that I noticed was that, you know, while driving, someone really came down on me hard. And usually I'm that driver. I'm going to just be honest. Usually I'm the one that's like, why are you pumping your brakes? I know what I'm doing. And I would call them scary drivers. For the first time today, someone pulled down on me like that. And I actually felt like, oh, I was like, oh, is this what, you know, I make some drivers feel like? Again, another mirror that I had to look at about myself and say, oh, this is what I've caused others to feel like. And even deeper, looking at it with, I saw the acceleration that they were going, and I celebrated them. I didn't even feel bad. It was like, hey, okay, go on by, go around. Hey, how you doing? I see you got somewhere to be. And in noticing that, I looked into it and saw that for those who are driving their mode in those frequencies, right? That car that was going fast, I saw that it represents a lot of us that are on this accelerated. We're on this acceleration time right now, and it's that we're driving in our mode, because your vehicle is your mode, and that's your body, your suit that you're moving in. So your mode, you're driving it in the current frequencies of acceleration, right? And it's causing panic for those who feel it coming down on them, right? Just as it's like I had to feel, I understand both aspects of it, and I felt that panic. So it's to help have the compassion, understand that that's what it feels like. So as you're moving around with people, you're coming with your accelerated frequencies when you're around them, and it feels like that, and it's panic for them, unconsciously, subconsciously, because it's like, woo, where's this frequency coming from? They feel it and they don't know it, and they don't know how to explain it, right? And you may not be aware of how accelerated your frequency is as it relates to ones anymore, right? So they feel it coming down on them, and as they are not in that mode of speed, they're not where you are, so they can't feel these current frequencies. They haven't caught the currents to ride that currency, right? A lot of us who have done the work or are doing the work are riding that currency. We're in the flow of that currency, and when they're not, that currency that is swooping by or moving in its acceleration with these light codes, to those who are not in that currency, they're not at that mode. Their mode is not in that speed, right? And it can feel like an imposed pressure to them. So you don't mean no harm, but it can feel like an imposed pressure to them, and we must move around them quick and abruptly to avoid collision. So that's having true love and being in the love frequency. Don't try to force anyone to understand you or understand what's happening. Be in your currency that you are in. Recognize the acceleration pace that you're in so that you can move quickly and abruptly, right? In the split, ones must recognize their acceleration and adjust accordingly. That was the main lesson I got out of that. Know where you are and adjust. Like, oh, okay, they're not that speed, I gotta move. And it may feel uncomfortable. Even for them, they may feel like you're abandoning them. They may feel like, what's going on? But you have to, it's for the best for you and them. Because you, at the acceleration you're going, you can't really slow down, and they are not in that current frequency. They have not managed to be in that currency, and it's okay for everybody to be where they are, but problems arise and arrive when we don't realize that, and we're still moving at that acceleration, and it's coming down on them in a way where it's this imposed pressure, and it builds a certain panic in them that they themselves are not aware of. They're not even aware that that's what's going to happen if you don't move out of the way quickly, right? So we may have to alter, adjust how we are relating, how we're interacting with them. Some things are going to have to adjust, and it may feel uncomfortable, but you'll get used to it, right? The pace, what we got to realize is the pace is not the same. So the gears must shift and the lanes must change, right? Because the timelines are shifting. So we gotta shift gears and we gotta move. Ashe. So I'm gonna leave that there. We'll speak some more about this, especially about the demiurge and what is coming out of that, and the liberation that we can feel when we're in that space of knowing what we know. So take your time as you're going through the halls of Amenti. Really look at these focused corridors, these mirrors that's coming up for you, and make it your business to want to find what the illusion is and then break that illusion. Make it your business to want to unveil, to remove the unhealed wounds, find where they are inside of you, because that is what is going to keep back those other energies or entities that want to hold you down in that old timeline, because they feel the shift. And how we shift is going to show how we can move through the sift, if that makes sense. Or how we sift is going to show how we move through the shift. So sift it out. Sift out those feelings. The emotional body has to be looked at. The physical body is holding pains, issues in the tissues from the emotional body that is holding accounts for things not just from this lifetime but past life. So allow Mercury to take you that deep. Allow Chiron to show you the unhealed wounds. Allow Saturn and Neptune to regulate those polarities of having practicality with your aspirations, so that you know, hey, this is not the time for this. We need practicality with that. We need accountability for those illusions that you had been carrying. Ashe? And the more we release, the more we step, the more our insights are coming in. A lot of you are gaining more insights because you're releasing what you need to release. So I'm going to leave that there. And with that said, each one reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start in your big, beautiful heart. Shine your light from the inside out and be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Be on your way in acceleration time, because it's that time to come online. Peace, love, and light.